So I want to talk about the most important belief that you could have in order to begin manifesting and creating the life that you desire. So in the spiritual community, in the conscious manifestation community, we all know the power of belief. And I think this conversation of the most important belief is also a conversation on embodiment, right? So we can talk about it and say all the things, but if we're not living what we're talking about, it's not going to happen. In the belief, even Jesus said, it is done unto you as you believe. And the most important word in this sentence is as you believe, right? If you believe, and then when you believe, as you believe, it is done unto you. Now, this statement is talking about the universal law of cause and effect. If you change your inner truth, the outer reality and the world of senses is going to mold to match that inner truth, because every single consequence, circumstance, and situation occurs and arises in that moment as an event based on the energetic resonance, the energetic match, right? So the inner truth needs to be congruent and clear in order to outside to change. So what is the most important belief? The most important belief is to believe in your belief, right? How much do you believe in the power of your own belief? So what that means is that, because the definition of belief is what is true for you, right? When you become clear with what is true for you, who you are in this world, and how you see and feel about you in this world, that truth of that, the more you tap into that, and the more you understand that that is what's going to initiate to be the cause of the outside effect. If you believe in something, but if you don't believe in that belief, it's not going to manifest, right? So let's switch this term belief to momentarily a term assumption, right? Because if you're familiar with the work of Neville Goddard, who was the mentor of Wayne Dyer, and many of his books that he writes and he talks about in the book is mainly two things, right? To be in the fulfillment of the desire, be in the assumption of the fulfillment of the desire, and also to use your imagination to begin forming the concept of self that's congruent with the desire, right? So Neville is somebody who sort of almost coined the term assumption as a mechanism for manifestation, right? Assumption is basically expectation, right? What are you going to expect to happen this week? So whatever the time that you're watching right now, right? What are you expecting to happen tomorrow? Most people are assuming or expecting the day to go by based on the past experience, right? But here's the thing though, I'm gonna bring in Carl Jung here, right? You're not what happened to you, but you are who you choose to become right now, right? Identity and how you can vibrate at a certain level right now is your choice. So then if you can choose what you want to focus on, if you can choose who you want to be, entertaining the feeling, and if you can use the power of assumption by believing that you're so internally, and if that is the causation of the outer manifestation, we really want to focus on that, right? Many people who engage in this practice love the idea and exercise intellectually and begin living completely the opposite. So, you engage in the act of visualization, meditation, and you might do journaling and all that. In the next moment, just in case, just in case you prepare for something else, right? So we want to realize what that just in case is doing for the mechanism of manifestation, which is the assumption, right? So then if you believe something is true for you internally, and then when you begin exercising and creating that energetics and vibration at the feeling level, and if that is the cause of the outside, and we want to believe that that belief inside of you is going to mold in the fruition of the manifestation. Yeah. So this is a simple topic, and I may sound like I'm repeating the same thing from different angle, which is intentionally I am doing so. So it finally lands not intellectually, but at the deep core level that, oh, there's another layer in the room for me to dive deeper, to actually be that, right? I'm talking about this and I might not be doing it, right? Because the entire message that we have and I have is to truly begin embodying it, right? To embody the sacred self, the sacred version of you, the identity that you're actually here to live, which is an authentic version of you. So the most important belief that you could be practicing is to begin believing in your belief and believing in your own power, and begin practicing, living, experimenting that. The experimentation of your own power is so fun. And it's not something that we need to be serious about, but we want to touch lightly and to begin having fun, creating all the things that we are here to create in this physical playground. So let me know if you had any question, any clarification, or any comments, and anything that you feel resonating with you. And let me know what belief you're going to anchor for yourself. And what are you going to do to begin believing in your own belief? See you in the next video.